It is sometimes said that you can think of service management life cycle as a conveyor belt, beginning on one extreme with service strategy deciding which services will be offered and to whom, and at the other end with service operations ensuring that those services are delivered and supported to agreed levels. If this analogy is to hold true, then CSI are the people in white coats and clipboards who walk behind everybody else to examine all aspects, looking for improvements that can be made to ensure it runs better, faster, longer and smoother. CSI is not a defined phase. It is a practice that all phases of the life cycle, including CSI itself, should embed in their day-to-day operations. The purpose and objectives of CSI is simple. There is nothing in this world that is more certain than the constancy of change. Whatever you did now will probably not be the right thing to do 2 to 3 years from now, 4 years, 5 years from now. As such, CSI builds in the mindset, the activities and the requirements on all areas, all processes and all services to continually examine and re-examine their way of operating, looking to see how improvements can be made. That is the purpose and objective of the CSI phase. The scope of CSI is everything. Anything that could touch a service, from the technology on the hardware and software being used, to the third-party suppliers, to the governance model itself being used to control it. All of this should most definitely be within the scope of CSI to assess, comment and make suggestions on. Do not think of CSI as an individual. It is vanishingly rare to find an organisation who deploys a CSI manager. Instead, this is a practice, a code of practice I want all areas within my business to be adopting, to make sure that we all continue to grow and can evolve the correct way. Rather than talk to you about defined processes, of which there are very few within the CSI phase, I will teach you about the CSI approach because it sums up all of CSI in one simple set of questions. In order to make sure that your services continually improve, you must make sure that these questions happen at established points. The first thing you must ask is, what is the vision? For what reason does this service exist? Now you know where you wish it to be. You should say, where am I now? In order to reach that objective, what's required? Now you must say, where do I want to be exactly? The definition of an improvement is a measurable increase in a desirable metric or a measurable decrease in an undesirable metric. Before you carry on with that, you must make sure you have something to measure from. How do I get there? This is the question that most people jump into to begin with. They are so focused on what they think needs to be done, they have not understood and done the first 3 critical steps to make sure they perform the right activities. Did we get there? Do not forget to be able to prove your improvements have worked. You must have targeted measurements and metrics that prove the business value. It is very embarrassing after a year's work to say, it's better. How much? Lots. This does not go down well with the business. Make sure you do not fall into that trap. And finally, because continual service improvement is not a one-time effort, you must always ask the question, how do I keep the momentum going? Which brings you back to the beginning. What's your vision? The business value of CSI is justifiable, gradual, continual improvement in service quality.